My stereotype is weak.
I've been labeled as a nerd.
People think since I'm white, I don't care about racism. Some people call me girly girl.
My stereotype is less than.
I love MOTV!
Oh, my bad. Hey, you know what? Now that we ran into each other, I got some things on my chest I want to talk to you about. So let's just have a seat. The recent murders of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd are heartbreaking examples of what happens when we allow fear and ignorance to control what we think, feel, and how we treat each other. As I'm still working through my fear, hatred, frustration, and anger about what happened to them, as well as too many other Black people, I am now determined to steer my emotion in a positive direction to help prevent such senseless murders from ever happening again. How can we change these lines that keep us divided into lifelines that connect us? How can we help our different communities live together in harmony with each other? Right now, our communities are so divided and separated, we must rely on stereotypes to help make sense of those we don't know. We get our stereotypes from the social media, some of the music we listen to, movies and television, and as recent events have painfully made it clear, this is a very dangerous way to live and relate to each other. Let's call my friend Christabel so she can explain exactly what stereotyping is and how it hurts all of us.
In a moment, there will be a sentence on the screen, and I want you to read it out loud as fast as you can on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Monday is the first day of the week. But look again. Monday is the first day of the week. Look again. Monday is the first day of week. So why did our brains read Monday is the first day of the week when that's not what was actually written? Well, our brains see what they expect to see, and they don't see what they don't expect to see. Your brain probably saw the words Monday, first, and week, and automatically moved the sentence around to match your expectations. It's a pretty cool ability of the human brain. It's what allows us to understand the world pretty quickly. It happens so fast that usually we don't even realize our brain's doing it. The problem is, sometimes we do this with people. We see them for who we expect them to be rather than for who they actually are, especially when we don't have much experience with those different than ourselves. We end up relying on stereotypes and messages from the media that tell us what someone is supposed to be like. So let's just say I come across Khemnes and I don't grow up around or interact with many people who look like him. And unfortunately, that's the reality for most of us. We often grow up with people that look just like us and separate from people who don't. Because of this, my mind might see what it expects to see based on the stereotypes that surround us. So then, I'll label him, stereotype him, a thug. I might even be afraid of him or assume he's violent. It's like I take a box, I put it over his head, and dehumanize him. Now, I don't see Khemnes as a person, all I see is a thug. It's this dehumanization that allows me to hurt Khemnes and treat him badly. If I only see Khemnes as a label, how can I empathize with him and actually imagine what it's like to be him? This lack of empathy is what leads us to ignore, exclude, and treat entire groups of people inhumanely, and ultimately leads to more violence. This results in further separation, and the cycle just continues. Unfortunately, there are many stereotypes that put us in boxes and hurt us.
My stereotype is weak.
I've been labeled as a nerd.
People think since I'm white, I don't care about racism.
My stereotype is less than,
Some people call me girly girl.
which is not true. We have less resources than other people, but we are not less than.
But I see myself differently. I love dresses, but I love sports.
I see myself as a person that likes to learn a lot.
I think I'm powerful and strong.
but of course I care about racism. I care about racism because racism hurts everyone.
All right, Khemnes, now that we understand how stereotyping works, we are all wondering what we can do to overcome it.
We can respect each other. So let's break this word down. Re, which means again, inspect, which means to look. We find it in words like perspective or even spectacles when we're spectacles. So when we say the word respect, we mean to look again. So we're looking at each other past the stereotypes. We're looking again at each other past the prejudice. So that's what we mean when we say to respect each other. And if we took the time to actually respect, look again, we can help each other break through these boxes that keep us confined so we can be free to be who we want to be. Look again.
Look again.
Look again.
Look again.
Look again. Look again.
Look again.
Look again.
We can't live in equality.